and welcome to WhySpace.
Hey y'all.
Season 2, Episode 2,
Look at us.
slash Episode 102, slash really more than that, but that's what we're going with.
Listen, I didn't know how to do my notes. Like I always title them. And last week I titled season 2, episode 1, but
Yeah.
then this week I titled 102, and I was like, I gotta pick a lane.
Yeah, I've been confused as to how to put the social media up too, so I just kind of have rolled with it. I don't know. Did you get a haircut?
I did.
It looks
I was
lovely.
like 4 or 5 inches off.
Yeah, looks lovely. It's
It
lovely.
just it was getting too long, and you know how
Yep,
it gets to like that ratty stage, and you gotta do
that's where
something.
I was. Yeah, like
Yeah.
3 weeks
I
ago
wish I
now.
had
Whatever.
pulled it shorter, but this will do in a pinch.
No, love it, love it. Okay, well, welcome to WhySpace, and we have a plethora of topics today. It's funny because when I sat down to do the notes, well, actually, when I texted you to find out when we were recording today or this week, I was like, "Man, do we have anything to talk about?" But then I go to write the notes, and I'm like, "Ugh, we've got too much again."
Phew.
So never, never fails. But
U.S. citizen, we got a lot going on this week.
yeah, yeah. I mean, pretty much. Poor Cristiano Ronaldo. I saw today that his cars got blown up in Dubai.
Oh no!
I mean, they said it was targeted, and I was like, okay. I mean, this is not a political show, but I did have to think to myself, like, huh, we're retaliating against a country attacking us. Let's go get this soccer star who's not from either country. Like,
No.
what?
Listen, and again, I'm not a military strategist, but I
Thank you for
don't think
clarifying.
that Iran has military people being like, do you guys know where his cars are kept? Let's get those. I
Yeah, it
don't think
was.
that's where they're putting their energy.
Well, and I was also like, they were apparently he has like this top floor of a parking garage in Dubai that's like all his cars, which I was like, that feels like a bad business decision in general. Um, but yeah, also I do have to say again, not a political show, but have you seen the memes on Twitter, X, whatever, that it's like Lane Kiffin dressed as the new Ayatollah for Iran? And it says, I've really enjoyed my past 3 months in Baton Rouge. I'll now be moving on, making fun of him of like leaving
Those
Tennessee and places like that.
those are-
I mean, no disrespect at all to those being horribly impacted by the
Listen,
war, but
are the ones where Marco Rubio is put in as like every job. Like
yeah, yeah,
he's on our Olympics team now. He's got to be the head of
yeah,
our. Like, it's hilarious. These people with Photoshop,
yeah. I mean, first of all, y'all are very talented, and man, a lot of time on your hands.
right? I'm here
I
for
love
it.
it for you. I love it for you. Well, in legal news, man,
Oh
every
Lord,
week I think we're going to be able to come back and say we have some resolution, but still no
no.
Nancy Guthrie. We did see footage yesterday of Savannah, her sister, and brother-in-law putting flowers out at kind of the makeshift memorial outside of her home. Her sister was very emotional, which,
Which was weird.
yeah, it was.
I think she's like at a point where she's like, I don't know how to act in front of the cameras. I go on camera and I'm obvious.
Well, and I mean, I'm sure it's a weird vibe being Savannah Guthrie's sister because, like, her job is to be in front of cameras. So, again, she was very poised. I mean, she was very, like, put together. She had
Yeah.
killer boots on. I mean, they were amazing. Not killer, like, pun intended either. Anyway. Wow.
What?
Okay. But yeah, it was very theatrical, and I think the problem is I'm still not over are is she and her husband potentially involved, and so I think I'm judging her a little too hard.
They were, they'd have already gotten the evidence for them. They would have already
Yeah, because
made,
they don't seem smart. I mean, no offense.
right. I,
They just, yeah. But
we're at day 31, I think, today.
yeah,
It does sound like media's clearing out. Not only is Nancy missing, but Sheriff Nanos, who he was on TV constantly with his boy Harvey from TMZ, they've left, it seems. So,
yeah, I don't, man, I just don't know. I mean, it's still wishing and hoping for the best for them, but it does feel like even they've kind of started to accept potentially the outcome. I saw the rumors where Savannah was allegedly heading back to New York. I mean, here's the thing, is she's gonna have to eventually. I mean,
You
I'm
gotta
sure she
go
doesn't
on and
have to
live
go
your
back
life.
to work, but I mean, she has kids, they have lives. I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean, some of these take years. Sometimes.
forever. So yeah, I don't know. I hate it for them. I really hope next week when we come back, we at least have something, but I don't
Yeah.
know. I give up. Um, yes, Steve. We got a guy named Steve in the inbox. Listen, Steve, I'm going to go ahead and call you out because I almost feel like you're after me, but it's okay. Yes, Steve. I did see that Justin Baldoni was filing an appeal to the New York Times dismissal of his lawsuit. Cool. Like, I don't know what y'all want us to say anymore. I think Justin is grasping at straws. I still don't think that will go through to fruition. It's the New York Times.
I
Like,
mean, but also, because I had not heard about this. And then I was trying to figure out, okay, but if they dismissed it, because you missed a deadline, how do
yeah,
you go back? So I had to look it up. But apparently, this is what Google tells me. He chose not to file an amended complaint by the June 2025 deadline so that he could immediately preserve his right to appeal the final dismissal. So I guess there's like steps to dismissal.
yeah.
Like, we'll dismiss it this once, but you have so many days to make
Mhm.
that
Well,
decision.
you got to remember, Steve, when you send your messages, you say my name a lot. So I'm just going to keep saying yours.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm just going to throw this out there inconspicuously. I do not believe these messages are from someone named Steve. I do believe I know who they are from, so I'm just going to put that out there.
Stop it.
Yeah, I think I do know, but I'm going to let it keep playing out because I think it's humorous now. But remember, this is a lawsuit against the New York Times.
Yeah, this one isn't against.
This isn't about, I mean, this is about everything, but this is not against Blake Lively. So, again, I'm not defending Blake. I'm just saying, like, weird.
Maybe he's going for a money grab here, thinking that like New York Times
They
isn't
need some. He's
bad
having to
press.
sell his house.
He'll get this, settlement. Here's the thing: I don't think the New York Times is worried about their reputation.
Well, and they're certainly not worried about Justin Baldoni because, like,
Um,
sorry, bro, you still are nobody. Like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, so that's the only update we have really in that case. We really have nothing to talk about with it, but please continue ahead,
and it
Steve.
doesn't. Nothing has come out from their
I don't
mediations.
think it will because I think they're both so headstrong now, so far down this road. I think they almost probably feel like they have to go to court to save face somewhat, which is funny because it feels like they both have egg all over their face anyway.
But like and we've talked about this for the public as a whole. At this point, you've made us go through
Yeah,
this. We deserve a trial.
yeah. Now that will be in New York, correct?
I believe so.
Wonder if I should go up there. Just
Do you think we
listen.
could get press passes?
That's
You know how
a
sometimes
whole.
like you just like can stand in the line and it's the first however many people get into court each day? I don't know
Okay,
how.
no, I didn't know. Oh, yeah, maybe I did know that. Oh gosh, now I'm gonna be thinking. Okay, great. Well, anyway, can you please catch us up on our other cases that we're closely following?
Yes, so been following the Corey Richards trial that started
Yes.
last week. So we're in week 2. It's a 5-week trial, if I'm not mistaken, which feels crazy long because they are going through. I mean, we're already on witness like 26
Well,
at
can
this.
you end early?
You can,
And that's
yes.
just like the max. You can't go more than 5 weeks.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if the defense calls witnesses. I'm sure that they will. I don't think that they're cocky enough to be like, prosecution didn't prove their case. We don't need to call anybody. So I do think it'll take the full 5 weeks because there's been some witnesses that have come in and the prosecution is like, we'll save these questions for when we recall the witness. And I'm like, she's here now. Just ask her now.
Business. I mean,
The prosecution does daily seem to be surprised by things that come up in court. And I'm like, I
it's not a good vibe.
no, and they come in real hard on people that you're like, bro, he literally just pulled the data. Like he just put it into an Excel report.
Yeah.
He
Like,
didn't do it.
yeah.
What are we doing? So yesterday we finally started on because they've just been laying the foundation for everything, which has been real boring. We just got to get this in so you know what we're doing. But yesterday started the cell phone data analyst people, and so we got maps of like this is when the housekeeper was going here, and this is when the
That's
drug
the job I want.
were in.
I want
Right?
that job.
So
I
they
want a
were
whiteboard. I want a high potential whiteboard
Yes.
Oh man, what
We'd
a
be so good
dream.
at that.
I'm telling you, if I could do my life over again, I do think it would
I,
be in my
the
top list.
decisions I would make for my career would be so
Yeah,
different.
I really think it'd be at the top of my list.
Yeah. See, you just don't know these jobs even exist when you're in college,
No, and you don't really know who you're going to become because your frontal lobe cortex is
right?
struggling.
I mean, I thought I was going to teach children, and I don't even like children.
Oh,
That
yeah, I
should,
mean, I thought I
I,
was going to work in politics, and well, I did. I
you're
ain't got
Florida.
much to show for it. A lot of gray hair that I keep having to cover, but that's it.
Yeah. So, but that's, we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, I
Couple
love the judge in this one. Should
Oh,
no.
couple of other legal updates. Questions for you. One we have not discussed. The American Idol contestant that
Oh,
murdered his wife.
allegedly. Don't
Oh,
sue us.
okay, yes, I'm so sorry. Yes, allegedly, even though they have the video of him like hyperventilating
I'm
and throwing up right when it was
right.
over. But it's
Else
fine.
with it.
I'm sure it like wasn't really him. Um, that's a crazy one. But also, like, I don't watch American Idol, so I was like, well, I'm not attached to him.
Yeah, I didn't know him from American Idol, so it was just a
Yeah.
random Joe. But yeah, apparently she was like a volleyball coach and a teacher at the school. Allegedly, he was having an affair with somebody on the praise team at his church because he's the music minister there. That's not a good look, my guy.
That feels right. I mean, we could go on for days about that, but that feels really
Yeah.
right. Epstein trials, or I don't really know what we're going to call it, depositions.
With the Clintons,
The Clintons, Hillary got real fired up this week. Listen,
could he was just there to answer
I
questions.
was trying to tell Aaron about this last night. Well, first of all, though, I do have to give some props. Now, my family is connected to the Clintons. I'm not going to hide it. My parents have passed away now, so it is what it is. But my parents did both used to work for the Clintons. This was pre Epstein, pre White House, pre everything. This was Arkansas days.
Yeah,
So don't be coming at me about anything. I don't know
right.
anything. Um, so I will say that I do have that connection because somebody that I went to college with. We've had some feisty people in the comments this week. But somebody that we went to college with brought that up in our inbox. I don't. Anyway, you be you. Okay.
Okay.
Anywho,
Just
but I have to give some props to Hillary.
they know the private lives and choices of everyone.
Well, yeah, and
It's
listen,
weird.
I mean, I don't think that I could ever. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious probably where I fall in the political spectrum, even if we don't talk about it. So, like, anyway, I want to give some props to Hillary though. At her age, her hair perfectly coiffs.
Listen, she's doing pretty well with the aging. It's horrendous.
No, and because you could tell she's getting a little work done, but not so much that you're like,
It's very
holy
subtle.
Kelly Osbourne. Like, it's not
Yeah.
that bad. That's a
Yeah.
whole tragic thing happening. But
No, I
I
will
gotta tell you,
say,
that hair is coiffed to perfection.
I know it looks good. Whatever product she's using looks
I don't
good.
know. I need to know how we get that side because that's kind of the
The
Lord,
volume.
I've got the Hillary Clinton going on. But yeah, and I will say the blue she looked great.
She did look good.
Now she got real mad. Now
Yeah.
listen, I gotta say I understand though. Nancy Mace or Nance Mace,
Listen, any of those people are trying to push your buttons. I get it, but
they
don't.
got her though at one point. She was real fired up because they were leaking photos from a closed. What confused me though, and maybe you can explain this as our legal expert. Hillary's team was very upset that Mace was leaking photos or posting photos on social media of a closed door deposition. Okay, cool. I understand but we also are watching video of this closed door deposition. So what's the difference?
I think it was not supposed to be done like in real time. It was more of like a once this is over, we'll put the videos
Oh,
out. So you don't
okay.
have to answer to anything when you immediately walk out of this closed door
Oh, that's
session.
right. Because she was mad last week about like having to face the media right then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that happened. I have to say, listen, I don't pity Hillary Clinton by any means, but I will say, man, oh man, to be married to a man for so long that you are constantly being asked questions like, how do you feel about seeing your husband in a hot tub with younger women? Like, handles it with some class, because I got to tell you, I'd come across the table.
Listen, you married him and you stayed with him.
And you stayed.
And you knew all his shenanigans and
Yeah.
your own shenanigans.
Yeah. Now, Bill, I got to tell you,
He's
I
not
saw
aging well.
a lot of people on social media. I don't know. Y'all just must not be following along or hadn't been paying attention, but a lot of people on social media were like, "Is there something wrong with President Clinton? He's talking slow with a drawl."
He's old, guys.
He's first of all, he's old, and where have you been? He's been doing that since we were in Arkansas. Like what?
He's
That's the
always got that
thing.
like lower,
Yeah,
slow draw when he
but
talks.
yeah, he's real old, and he has had a lot of heart attacks. So I'm just saying he's probably a little slower than he was.
Best of health.
No, he definitely had some interesting things. I was explaining to Aaron. They showed him a picture of him in a hot tub, and with Jeffrey Epstein and some young ladies, and they asked him if he remembered the photo being taken, and he said, "No, I don't believe I do." And they said, "Well, do you know where it happened?" He said, "Yes," and I think he said Bernai, and he said, "Now I bet," and I was like, "Oh no!" You could tell the attorney was like,
Right, stop talking.
he was like, he went on to say, "But I bet you've got the picture that comes next to it." Like
Bill.
continuing the storyline, and I was like, wait. We didn't know that we had the previous. Oh, Bill. Like, what are
Bill.
we doing? I will say his attorney, the African American woman, if I ever
Uh-huh.
get in trouble, I want her. She is like, what? Nope. Mm-mm, nope. And are you trying to say this? Oh, no. Mm-mm. I love her.
I was very impressed. I think I liked the political world up to Bill Clinton. Like, did he make great personal choices? No. A lot of them, when given that much power, don't.
Yeah.
However, I feel like he's always been, maybe not always, let me retract that, but he's very respectful of people on both sides of the aisle when he
Yeah.
speaks.
Yeah.
I feel like after him, we started to go downhill. Not to question much, but like we really started to go down the aisle on being, middle schoolers who don't want you to sit at our lunch table.
Yeah.
So like, as much as I'm not a Clinton
Yeah.
diehard and fan, I really do appreciate that he still had that respect.
Yeah.
Of,
Decorum.
yeah. But it's just
Yeah.
interesting to see the difference between him answering questions because he should have been much more on the hot seat than Hillary, and then how Hillary answered
Yeah.
questions. Like, just calm down.
Yeah.
You're good.
I will say too, which also today when we get to questions, I'm forcing Becca to ask two of them because I just cannot butcher another name. But I must say, apparently, I've been butchering Miss Maxwell's name. This whole time I thought it was Ghislaine, but apparently it's
Elaine.
Delane. I
I
didn't
just
know.
haven't caught you saying it weird.
That's because I do everything that way, I guess. I don't know. My apologies, Miss Maxwell.
Such Mandy for how she is.
Yes, thank you.
It's our
But
birthday.
no, I don't know what they hope to come from all of the depositions. I mean,
Yeah.
I saw where they also asked Bill, "Do you think Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide?" And he was like, and that's what his attorney was like, "Are you asking our opinion? Like what?" And he was like, "Oh, the medical side." But yeah,
Outside the scope.
yeah, I don't know that that's what we're talking about today. But anyway, any other legal cases?
I can't think of any off the top of my head. Those are all the big ones that seem to be
Yeah,
in the news right now. The murders out of Tepe with the dentist and the ex-husband that came in. We really
yeah,
haven't gotten any update on that. The Reiner murders, Rob Reiner and his wife.
yeah.
His son was in court. He did plead not guilty. So
Did he plead not guilty with like insanity or just like, "Hey, I didn't do it"?
he just pled not guilty. I don't know how the lawyers will go about it. There's still going to be lots of motions and all of that. This will be years before it goes to trial.
Yeah.
Um, but from what I saw, it was just a pleading of not guilty.
Well,
So, but
yeah,
that's potentially because they're still doing, you've got to have psychiatrists in there and all of that to do testing to even prove that before you can even make a motion to the court. So
yeah.
potentially that's still coming.
Okay. Well, tune back in next week for your next legal update.
We got you.
Next up in entertainment, we had the actor awards on Sunday. Now,
Right.
I didn't know.
No, and I had also never heard of the actor awards because I was
Okay,
like,
so
this is
that's why I just stuttered. Well, that and the fact that I kind of do that anyway sometimes, but
yeah.
um I I want to call it the SAG Afro Awards, but I don't think that's what it is that.
So it
Okay.
was formerly known as the Screen Actors Guild, the SAG Awards.
Okay, so it is that.
President, and I can't remember his name, he's an actor, came out and was explaining why they changed the name. And he said, well, when they go to present the award, they always say, and the actor award goes to, and he was like, so we just changed the name to make it.
Okay, so it is the same thing. Okay, well, thank you for doing that research. I didn't know it was coming on. I didn't watch it, but I have seen a lot of pictures from it, and you sent it to me yesterday, and it has to be talked about. Kristen
Okay.
Wiig looks like $1 million trillion.
Amazing.
Like hair, makeup, body, dress. I mean, to the
But
T, everything.
she's getting work done. But what I
Oh yeah.
appreciate of her is that she's getting it done so subtly that she's still aging with it. It's not like, you turn 60 and all of a
Listen.
sudden you've got to,
Yeah.
fake it to the gods.
But there's always something a little off. Like I'll bring up Demi Moore. I thought Demi Moore looked really good. I know people are criticizing her right now, the Ozempic and all that. Y'all need to shut up. That woman's been through enough in life. But she was wearing a Schiaparelli dress, and like when I first saw it, I only saw the front of it, and I was like, "Oh, she looks stunning." And then there was a whole pheasant behind her.
It looked like she had sat in a pile of used toilet paper.
Yeah, and I was like, "Why?" It was like there's always a little something off, but with Kristen Wiig, there was literally nothing I could find that was off.
Stunning. She
I
just
mean,
looked
she just wow. It was like right when I saw it, I honestly, I mean, no offense, I didn't recognize her.
I know.
I was
She's
like,
got, I think, two teenage daughters. I bet you they're keeping her up to speed on skincare.
well, they are doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
And her stylist, whoever you are, props.
Maybe the problem we had boys.
Oh, well, and if you would see what my child puts on half the time, ugh, that's a
I,
whole thing.
unless we were going to an event, I don't even question it. You do you.
Well, we had a whole kerfluffle about that Sunday going to the beach. But anyway, yeah, I'm in the pattern right now of parenting of natural consequences.
I love it. Those are the best
I'm
ones.
really embracing that. Like,
Yeah.
let them. Now, Aaron, control freak, can't do it. Got to say something. I'm
Yeah.
like,
That's me. I really need to tell you what's coming down the pipeline, but Doug very much is all about let him figure it out. And
yeah.
I'm learning, but I'm not
Yeah.
great.
I mean, there's some times where I'm like, you, but anyway, off subject. So yeah, I thought Demi Moore looked great except for the backside of her. And I was offended that people were criticizing the way she looks. Like, listen,
Age
like,
how you age.
yeah, I mean, I just also, listen, I've seen all the hullabaloo about Kelly Osbourne, and I mean, she,
That's what
that to me, for her, and especially what their family's been going through, losing Ozzy and stuff, that to me is I would be more concerned about her than judging the way she looks. Like I would perhaps think that there may be some issues.
she did come out and she was like, I've gone through a lot, leave me alone. Da, da, da. And I thought, well, first off, ma'am, everyone in the world is going through a lot. The
Yeah,
majority of us have lost parents.
yeah,
You're very privileged. I feel like this isn't,
yeah,
but also like, you're unhealthy right now.
yeah. Well, and is this terrible? But yeah, this is terrible.
Say
But I'm
it.
gonna go ahead and say it because I love a terrible petty moment. Part of me when she claimed the whole like she just lost her dad, and again, condolences. Again, as Becca mentioned, we've been
Years.
there. We've been there. I have to say, man, of all the things I wish that could have happened when I lost my mom last year, getting real skinny didn't happen.
Yeah, that was not the effect I've ever seen it have on
But
anyone.
ironically, I had the opposite thing happen, so I'm a little offended that, man,
I mean,
fame has eluded me yet again.
there are people that when stressed just stop eating. I just
Yeah.
don't know that life.
No, and usually I drink more, which doesn't help. But yeah, once again, it eludes me, the skinniness. But anywho, um, did you have any other? Michael B. Jordan for the men looked,
So good.
well, hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have
No,
any other people you wanted to bring up?
not specifically, but I will say the fashion at this one was much better than like the Oscars even. And I
Yeah.
guess in my head, Oscars was like the top. Maybe it's not. Maybe SAG means more because it's voted by your peers. but I just thought
Well,
that
we were
there
just
was
talking about,
fewer fashion misses at this.
yeah, we were just talking about the Oscars this morning, and we'll get to that when we get to the Y Factor. But I said something about how at the Oscars, too, a lot of times a lot of those random films that you've never heard of come into play. And so
But
I think a lot of those people aren't even used to being in Hollywood. So they come dressed a
no.
fool.
Yeah.
And yeah. Now, Law Roach, if you're not familiar with Law Roach, they are a stylist in Hollywood for
Yes.
Zendaya.
Yeah.
Zendaya, I got nothing. Um, and let the cat out of the bag, apparently, that Tom and Zendaya are married,
I'm even trying to hide it.
which is so funny because clearly the fact that it went so under the radar means everybody signed an NDA. But they asked Law, like, are you looking forward to dressing her for the wedding? And Law said, that's already happened. And
Right.
everyone was stunned. But we had been seeing pictures where she had been wearing a gold band. So a lot of people were
Mm.
speculating. Now, I hate to throw any speculation in. Taylor has been seen wearing a gold band lately too. So just saying. But I love it for them.
Yeah, I love that they could have a wedding in privacy because I realize like the job that you have picked, there's just not a lot of your life that gets to be just you. But also, you had your private moment, and I love that for you. We would really like you to release some pictures and either do it through your own socials or through like People Magazine because
Yeah.
I'm not trusting any of these other pictures. I just assume they're all AI.
Well, so I have seen two allegedly, and that's what I'm like, I don't know if that's AI because it's almost like too traditional. I don't know why, but
Yes.
I kind of felt like they would do a little flair to it, and it's very, I mean, gorgeous if they're real. Um, I mean, she's gorgeous anyway.
Yep. They're so cute together.
But yeah, I need to see high quality.
Yeah.
If the dress I have seen is real, I mean, Law knocked it out of the
Right.
park. And Tom looks great in a tux, so
Yeah.
regardless,
I need them to release it.
I
I
need the
want
real deal.
your moment, but like we're nosy.
Yeah. I mean, we're just gonna own it. Well, speaking of Taylor, we got some Taylor talk today, and I added something to the notes late last night, which I don't even
I
know
did.
if you had time to see, and
Oh,
I would assume you probably don't even know what I'm talking about.
no.
Okay, well, let's talk about what we do know first.
Okay.
So Record Store Day is a big day every year in the record industry, April 19th, I think, or 18th. I can't
So,
remember. My Aaron's birthday is the 19th, so I don't know if I'm saying the 19th because of that, but it's somewhere right there. Um, uh, Taylor is releasing Elizabeth Taylor
mhm.
single, vinyl, purple, violet eyes from the song lyrics. It looks gorgeous. I probably will try to get one, but I don't.
Does it just have that song on it, or it's the whole
Yeah,
album?
no, it's just that. So this whole record store day thing,
Interesting.
this was huge back in the day, like especially like 60s, 70s back in those days.
Okay.
This is when like most big groups would release their big vinyls.
Got it.
Now it has become, obviously the vinyl industry has changed a lot. I think people like Taylor honestly keep it going. But what they do is if they're trying to perhaps, I don't know, release a single, get something up on the charts, they'll release just a single on a vinyl, which Taylor has done previously, but has not done in a long time. So kind of this is a big deal for those that are like the vinyl Swiftie collectors.
Gotcha.
I'll probably try to get one because first of all, I just think it looks pretty, but I don't know if we even have a record store here. And it's very much to like support record store small businesses. You can't like order it online.
Oh, okay.
Unless perhaps like the vinyl store in your town allows that kind of thing. I
Yeah.
don't know. But it's typically to try to drive business to these smaller vinyl shops, that are struggling to even stay in business anymore.
Okay. Well, there you
We
go.
got that announcement. And I did not know something was going on. We got a message from someone named Holland um, that sent me a video on TikTok, which I did send you, but I sent it to you late.
And I watched it and I was like, what? I don't know what I'm watching. So I figured we were going to talk about it today.
Well, and I have not gotten to do my full research, I will say. But anyway, there's a song that has come out recently, apparently within the last like 72 hours, called Place for Us. It's a country song, and it is by someone named Taylor Lakes, and it is a female and a male doing a duet. It's a great song. I mean, what I've heard of it sounds good. There is a hullabaloo of speculation apparently flying around TikTok and the internet that Taylor Lakes is a pseudonym for Taylor Swift, and these are vault tracks. There is another one that has come out just within the past 48 hours. I can't even remember now what it's called. So Holland was asking, did we think this is Taylor Swift? Here is what I will tell you. No, I don't think there's any way this is her. First of all, I know we haven't heard grown up country Taylor yet, but it doesn't sound like her anyway. Um, Second of all, when Taylor does something under a pseudonym, it's not as obvious as the name Taylor Lakes.
Yeah, that one, it's a little too.
I was like, if you remember before when when she like wrote on the Calvin Harris Rihanna song, she like used a Swedish name that I couldn't even begin to know how to pronounce. Um, she we've never ever had confirmation of other things that have come out that it was truly her on things. There was something that came out a while ago with Jack Antonoff, Aaron Dessner, Ed Sheeran, and some other people. Allegedly, she's the female voice on it. Never confirmed. I don't know. But this just didn't even sound like her to me. So I don't think this is real. And so the other problem is with AI, like, we're never going to know. Because you can literally, it freaks me out, but you can literally take her voice and make it do whatever you want.
Which is insane.
And
Insane.
so I will be interested to see because this is gaining some traction. Be interested to see if it gets shut down with some cease and desist, if Tree gets a little busy about this.
Possibly.
But I will say, even if they don't shut it down, that doesn't mean it is her.
Fair.
A lot of times I think they're just like, whatever.
Right. Who cares?
Yeah.
Mercy.
So, we did get to see Taylor and Travis out last week in New York. Very brief
Right.
snapshot where they went to eat.
Yeah.
I didn't really even see her outfit at all. He had on some pajama pants, it looked like.
Yeah. Didn't she have on like a coat, just a
Yeah.
long coat?
I mean, it had snowed a buttload, so.
Right. It's cold.
That is where the gold band was seen for the first time.
Mhm.
I
But
don't
also,
know.
we don't see them a ton during the off season. Like they're
No.
pretty holed up, especially if they're in LA. Like we just don't see them. Well, we're talking about love. Listen, we just want to know what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Where you hanging out? Who are you with?
Yeah.
Did you get married already? We just want to know. We want
Yeah.
to know.
Like, if you just want to drop something, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I don't think that they have. I think that once they
I don't
get
either.
married, we will get like People Magazine or some kind of
There'll
picture.
be an exclusive because she's not going to want to have it duped.
Yeah,
But yeah, but speaking of Trav, we have a lot of sports news to talk about.
we sure do.
Our Kansas City Chiefs made a decision this week that thrilled us, or I won't speak for you, but thrilled me to no end.
Very excited about this.
We finally released Juwan Taylor, saved us
Crazy.
$20 million and at least 100 penalties.
They said he averaged per season 100 yards and penalties.
One
What are
guy.
we doing?
I did see where somebody said the only thing I regret is that we won't get to see Eric Bieniemy chew him out, which
Oh,
facts, facts. But
that would
then we would have had to endure it, and I don't know.
yeah.
We also apparently released Mike Dana, which I believe was kind of high on our list of possibilities anyway. Also,
Yeah.
it has come out in the media in the past few days, and he's put out a statement. He's now being accused of some domestic disputes too. So
Okay,
maybe
maybe we knew that was coming.
yeah. But he was getting older too, and we really need some fire on that defensive line. We have not made any free agent
Hmm.
decisions yet. Brett Veach has teased a little about the Trent McDuffie. I actually, opposite of a lot of people, took his comments to mean that we would not re-sign Trent McDuffie.
I mean, he could go either way with how
Yeah.
he was saying things. And here's the thing. I think Trent had like a really great season and then a really lackluster season. And I don't know if it's like a coaching issue with him that he's just not taking it as seriously or what. I think he's still got a lot of potential. He's still a young
Yeah.
guy. I don't know if that potential can be found in Kansas City, but if I'm
Well, and I think now that he's a free agent, he can command a big paycheck, which, hey, go get your bag.
right,
But are we the team to pay you for it? I don't really know.
Yeah.
We have a lot of people. Drew Tranquil, he's another one that I don't know if they're going to resign. I would.
I
Now,
would
see, I'm
Drew.
more confident about resigning Drew than I am Trent.
Yep. 100%.
But Brett hadn't called,
No.
so I don't know.
We'll reach out. We'll tweet him.
Um, I added something this morning because I saw this graphic. Quickly, let's discuss the backup QB options for Kansas City. So we used to have the epitome of the best backup quarterback, in my opinion, with Carson Wentz, and
Yes.
I don't know what happened. And then we went to what I would consider lackluster at best with Gardner Minshew.
I don't even know. Yeah.
Now there are a lot of free agent quarterbacks right now, and then
Mhm.
there are quite a few that are potentially, possibly, most likely being cut, and then we have some that are trade targets. So I'm going to give you some names, and I
Okay.
want to know who you want. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry if we're keeping you up, by the way. That's all that you
Listen,
want.
I don't know what my problem is. It's not you, it's me.
All right. So free agents, we have Malik Willis, Daniel Jones, though he's expected to go back to the Colts.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, that ain't gonna happen. Joe Flacco, Marcus Mariota, Jimmy Garoppolo. So those are our free agents.
Okay.
The ones that are most likely going to be cut: Kirk Cousins, Kyler Murray, Tua, and Geno Smith. And then trade targets, we've got Anthony Richardson, Jacoby Brissett, Tanner McKee, Tyson Bagent, Will Levis, Lord, Jarrett Stidham, or Davis Mills.
So here's
I
the
only
thing.
have one name on this entire list that I would say yes to.
Okay. Interesting. I We're hoping that we don't need a backup for too much in the beginning of the
Right.
season or
Yeah.
ever in the season.
Yeah.
But I think that we've got to have some people that are a little bit more seasoned. I would go, Joe Flacco's not horrible. I would honestly go Mariota. I think that he's a good backup.
Yeah, he gets hurt a lot, but yeah. He wouldn't be bad. There's a bunch that I'm like, well, they wouldn't be bad necessarily.
Yeah. But I
I
think
would still,
Baldoni can really get our offensive line to like learn how to.
yeah.
We gotta,
Well, yeah. I mean, I would think probably the safest bet would be a Joe Flacco,
yeah.
experienced. You get the veteran in there. I think that's what helped too with Carson Wentz. He was more of a veteran.
Yes.
Not that Patrick needs a veteran because he's a veteran himself now, but like I just think like locker room wise and also game time action. I think that's like part
Mhm.
of the problem with a lot of these guys on this list.
Yeah.
I
I
mean,
mean, you've got Kyler Murray who's played a lot. I don't
but
think he enjoys football.
no,
So,
and I don't think he should be a running back. I don't know what we're doing.
yeah. Switch positions.
No, if we were going to go younger, the only one that I would be potentially interested in is Jacoby Brissett.
No, Will Levis.
No. Mm-mm. You know, I would have actually said Anthony Richardson, but he can't seem to stay healthy either.
No. Mm-mm.
But first of all, Tyson Bagent or whatever, I've never even heard of you, sir. Kirk Cousins is again in that veteran wheelhouse, but I feel like there's a bitterness now to Kirk Cousins that's just toxic.
Well, he's got a chip on his shoulder because no one really sees him as a starter anymore, and he
Yeah,
does, which is great. Believe in yourself, buddy.
yeah,
But like when you are given opportunities, you can't capitalize on them. And at
yeah,
this point, it's no longer the players around you, it's you.
yeah.
But with his agent, he's made enough guaranteed
Top of
money.
the business. Yeah,
Yeah, you're
yeah.
good.
So I
Take
don't
a
know.
backup position and have a seat. Let your body heal for a couple of years while you're still getting paid.
Yeah, and I do see the Dolphins trying to move on from Tua, but they're not going to get a deal where he's a backup somewhere.
Listen, I saw this morning, and I don't know, it was probably on Twitter. Somebody saying that the Vikings were looking to release JJ McCarthy and pick up Tua. And I just thought, is that a better trade?
I do believe the Vikings are trying to get rid of JJ.
Probably. He can't stay healthy.
But I would think, what are we doing? Not Tua. I don't know that the Vikings will ever save face and go back and get Kirk Cousins, but to me, that's really probably a good option.
Yeah, I think there's too much bad blood there.
Yeah. I mean,
For
I
the,
agree, but I don't know. I saw the rumors of Aaron Rodgers potentially. I think he's Pittsburgh or out. Like,
Now, he was on a 1-year deal last year, correct?
yeah, he's a free agent. So, but I see him wanting to, like, if he's still wanting to play, I see him wanting to stay with the Steelers. I think he likes Tomlin, or, well, Tomlin's gone. I forgot about that. Shoot.
I
Um,
Who'd the Steelers pick up as their head coach? Was it a no-namer?
well, boy, I sure can't remember. And they still have DK Metcalf. So, I don't know. Yeah, anyway, David Montgomery got traded from the Lions to the Texans. This was big news in our house. Abe's a huge David Montgomery fan. Just got his jersey like 2 weeks ago.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
that'll.
yeah, real heartbreaker there. He's pissed about it. I think David Montgomery's pissed about it. Jameer Gibbs is pissed about it. Amon-Ra St. Brown, like they're all posting on the social medias. I don't know what the Lions are doing.
Well, and I kept trying to look up online because I had texted you and I was like, wait, wasn't he good? And so I was
Yeah,
like, what would have been the motive? And everything was like, well, they're trying to save cap space. You saved $4 million in cap space. In the grand scheme of things, that's not
yeah.
much.
Well, and they ended up cutting Graham Glasgow too from their
I saw
offensive
that.
line. And so real weird decisions. Like I'm like,
Had less playtime because they did rely on Jameer Gibbs a lot more. But
what
like
you
you
gonna do when
still
Jameer gets hurt again?
exactly. We have to understand that we've got to have depth. These guys are playing much more aggressive than in years
Yeah.
past. We got to have some solid backups. And if nothing else, some of these players can only be in for 2, 3 plays at a time, and then they got
Yeah.
to take a minute. So,
Yeah, I
seems
just
like
wondered too, like, if it was about money, did they ask him if he'd take a little less? I mean,
well, we can restructure everybody else's contract. We can't restructure his.
I don't know. It's very weird. It was a very weird move. We got a lot of rumors floating around right now. So Debo Samuels was on a 1-year deal with the Commanders, and apparently it's been, I don't know, said that he's not going to come back. And so they're saying he may go back to the 49ers. Even the 49ers are hinting at that. I find this very odd.
Listen, he just now he still had a pretty decent season last year. He put on a lot of weight, it looked like.
A little chunky.
Yeah, but he still played better than I could have. So
I mean, well,
eat
there's
your
that.
crow, buddy. But yeah, that I don't know. I'm not
I don't like the whole going back where you came from kind of thing. I just feel like what's done is done. Um, you know, the
well,
49ers made a poor decision between he and Brandon Ayuk,
yeah,
because they chose to keep Brandon. Well, that didn't go well.
no.
And
We
so
could
I think if I'm Debo, I'm like, whatever.
I think of the millions we could have saved to them if they had just asked us.
Seriously. It's being rumored that Dallas Goddard is leaving the Eagles. I do see this to be true.
That would surprise me though.
Really? No, I think it's, oh yeah.
I don't well, let
I'm
me
telling
tell
you,
you.
I don't think things are good in Philly.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of just everybody's pissed. And I
I think
think
some
it's
of these
one of
guys
those
too are
where
getting to the point where they're like, if I'm gonna get a ring, I gotta make some moves.
I mean they just got a ring,
Well,
not
that's
that
true.
long ago.
That's true.
But I think you do get to a point in your career where it's like, I play football for a living and I don't want to be miserable just playing a game. And I think that Nick Sirianni doesn't realize he's a problem.
No.
And so they just know, like, it's going to be the same thing again this year.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts, you're a problem too, my guy.
Yeah. Then that is her guy. Just saying. Um, it has been rumored for seasons now that Max Crosby is going to leave the Raiders. I do think we're probably closer than we've ever been. I did see rumors too that Tom Brady was trying to sell his ownership stake in the Raiders. I don't believe that.
Also, like, you should. I feel like he's just got negative. There's probably a lot of things that he can't do because he's a partial owner, but
Well, it
also,
may be that, but he seems like because they had made all those comments about how he was going to be very involved in the coaching search and then the quarterback search and all these
yeah.
things. It made me think that like he had more control than really a minority owner typically does, and so like why give it up? But I do think Max will probably move on. I think he's tried to be loyal to the organization that has just continued to shat the bed.
Well, if you're still not going to get yourself a quarterback, it's going to be the same old, same old.
Well, and oh man, I see the most prevalent rumor being the Eagles. I it's probably not a bad fit. I don't really know where else he would go. I saw some people like, oh, he should come to the Chiefs. Listen, that's not going to happen.
No.
There's a
No.
lot of bad blood there, but also like we can't be paying Max Crosby.
There's a lot of respect there, but I think that's who he wants to play against.
Well, we can't pay him. Lord,
No,
I don't have
no.
the money for that. Um, there's a couple of things that I have seen floating around that Cam Scatabo might be on the trade block.
This,
Not of his decision is what I have read. More the Giants. I think this is very weird, but I think what I have been reading is that they are looking to get like a RB1, like your every down kind of guy, and
yeah.
they are not seeing Scatabo as that. Now,
But also, like, that was a gnarly leg injury,
yeah.
and I don't know
So,
when he's going to come back. And it doesn't seem like
yeah, our
really
our
well there to
that's
be smart.
frontal lobe is yeah.
Because it's one thing, like, to be crazy and you're all in on football. It's another one, like, I get it, but I need you to be really smart about your health, too.
Yeah.
Because you're one
Well, I mean,
season.
I do like in this off season, I have rarely seen Jackson Dart without Cam. So I do kind of wonder about that. I did see an interesting post yesterday from Jackson Dart that I thought was another dig at Russell Wilson, which I have not mentioned here, but I assume he's probably on the trade block. Um,
He's even on the team with them.
well, Jackson posted a picture yesterday, and it's like the offense huddled up, and one of the coaches is talking, and he's like standing kind of back a little, and Jameis Winston's a little up from him, and then Russ is right at the very front, and he tagged Jameis, and it was like brothers, no comment on Russ, and I was like, oh yeah, yikes.
Get the vibe that probably Russell just wasn't in the room a lot and just
No, Russell's
not.
just married to Sierra. He doesn't care.
Yeah. He's
Kyler Murray. I think both parties want to move on here. I think he wants to leave Arizona. I think Arizona's real ready for him to be done. I don't know who and why you would go get him.
right because again, I don't think he wants to play football. I think he's wishing he had taken an MLB contract.
Well, he'd been making some money. I mean, they liked him. Yeah, I don't know what'll happen with that one. Tua, allegedly the Dolphins want to move on from Tua. I don't think that's a bad decision. I just don't know all these teams that are wanting to move on from their quarterbacks. Who are you going to go get right now? Because the draft is not full of great QB options either. So unless you're going to get some of these backups from other teams right now, which like Mac Jones, boy, I'd be trying to put out some money for Mac Jones right now. So if you're going to do that, okay, but the 49ers are going to be hard pressed to want to let go of him.
Yeah.
I just don't know. Like, I don't disagree with wanting to move on, but what are you going to go get?
Well, and you can't get much because you still owe him a crap load of money.
Yeah.
So that
So
you
same
did
with the
your.
Vikings wanting to move on from JJ. I mean, that's been
Here's
a
the thing, if
bust
you
for
can't
sure.
put in who was their backup? I want to say McCoy, and that's wrong. It was the Texas quarterback. Why can't I think of him? They just
Oh,
drafted
you're
him.
talking about Quinn Ewers?
Yes. If you had
Yeah.
put some effort into developing him, he might have been decent. But I feel like you just threw him in at like last minute plays and you really didn't put any effort into him. And
They still
again,
have Zach Wilson. I mean,
okay, listen,
just
that's
pointing out the
everybody on
facts.
your bench. What are we gonna do? I'm gonna get out there in pads and be clueless and terrified? Yep, Zach.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. AJ Brown, this is 2 seasons in a row. It sounds like AJ wants to move on. I do think
He's
probably it will.
yeah.
I think it's definitely happening this time. He's apparently being rumored to go to either the Patriots or the Ravens. I've read that he's very big on the Patriots. I think that would be a real good fit.
See him and Stephon getting along.
No, but we're not real sure where Stefan's going to be come fall because we got to get through all these legal proceedings, or Cardi B may kill him at this point. I don't know.
I
So,
mean, he's got to have a real good lawyer and make it through all these proceedings because he's got a lot of kids he's got to pay for now. So,
and who knows how many more coming? I mean,
which again, why, as an NFL, if you want to go sleep around, listen, your life choice, you do as you do. Why are we having so many babies?
know, is this a issue that somebody didn't teach you how to prevent that? I just, or
Right.
are these women, some of these women trying to do this? I mean, I'm
Just
not passing judgment, but
listen. But
maybe.
I just think like snip it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
just don't leave
Yeah.
anything to
I
question.
mean,
You've
you've
got
already built a brood, so like you have heirs. Like your
right.
name will continue.
You're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
just a side thought,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know.
Tyreek Hill is still, I don't know, available.
And
Is he? Is he well? I don't know.
another one that he needs a paycheck for all these children. He's
Please
got
don't
to go
come to Kansas City. I'm so tired of seeing these rumors. I just, no.
too. But
So
listen,
bad. Of course you
you
do.
you made your decision and then you went and jacked your leg up and apparently he still needs one more surgery before he is back to where he can recoup and be normal, but he's also an older player in a position that gets beat to heck.
Yeah.
So I
And
feel
what you
like
were known for is being like incredibly fast, which requires your leg to be
right.
good.
Yeah, we've had enough of our elderly in the
Yeah.
house, so I think
Yeah.
we're good. We're
And
solid.
we're getting older as it is already. We don't need to add age. We
Mm-mm.
need to add
No.
talent. Now, I say that Mike Evans is apparently on the move from the Bucks potentially.
Can't stay healthy.
I know, but man, I don't know. I'm just curious, but it sounds like the Bills most likely. Apparently he has interest in the Bills, Patriots, and the Ravens. Everybody interested in the Ravens. Y'all know they can't win, right?
Yeah, they're
They
gonna
still
move
got Lamar
on.
Jackson. Like, good luck, bro. I think the Bills make sense.
Well, I mean, who's the Ravens' new head coach?
What?
Didn't
Why do
they
you
get
keep asking
new?
questions and make us look like we don't know
Jesse
anything?
Minter. Listen, that's not a name coach either. Why
No.
are we going to go play for him?
No. I'll be interested though. I will say, I will be interested to see if, in the end, if Mike Evans really leaves the Bucks.
Yeah, I think they'll make a deal because I think Baker wants to keep him. They
Yeah.
had good chemistry, but I
Well, and
just
they could have been something. Baker fell apart.
he was having an off year last year, and then Mike kept getting injured, and he was coming back from his injuries. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a sports physicist, whatever that is.
Right.
I could tell you he's not ready to come back. One hit and
Yeah.
he was a goner again.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah. I
millions
don't
of
know.
dollars you just wasted.
Yeah. I just, in the end, don't see him leaving Tampa, but maybe, you never know. Crazier things have happened.
Do you think that these NFL teams would be open to us pitching a new job description to them of like common sense coordinator hire?
Oh,
Do you know what
yeah.
I mean? Like just put us in the room with everything. And
Well,
then we'll
remember,
just
I told you that's what the quality assurance guy
I'm
does.
just saying, you just need somebody that's kind of outside that can look at the whole thing and be like, listen, I get it. We've got some relationships built here, but this is a real stupid decision. And here's why XYZ. Let
Yeah.
me pull up the tape and show you. I just feel like I'm not asking for a lot of money to come do that. You could
Oh, no,
afford,
no. Mm-mm, no.
yeah, I'm cheap.
Yeah.
I'm real cheap.
Trust me, in comparison to what you're paying other people, you
Right.
wouldn't even know I was on the payroll. I
You
mean,
wouldn't even notice I'm there.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We've got to try to help, though. I mean,
We do.
it's just
We
who we
do.
are, and
Now, also on the football topic, it's not in the notes, and I don't know how much you paid attention, but the NFL Combine was this
I
past
did leave
week.
that out of the notes. I apologize. I didn't get to see a lot of it.
It wasn't great. It
Listen,
was
here's my problem, okay? The Arkansas quarterback,
stellar performance.
he literally set records in like 7 categories.
Yep.
This fool couldn't win a game if
Uh-huh.
his life depended on it in
Listen,
Arkansas.
but I'm gonna tell you, he wants that NFL contract.
Okay, here's the thing. This is what somebody needs to do. Don't go get him as a quarterback. Taylor Green is not an NFL quarterback. Go get him as a wide receiver or a tight
Oh,
end.
100%.
Dude is fast as lightning, clearly, as we saw your 40 speed, sir. I mean, you beat the running backs.
So
Okay,
can
cool.
you do that? Like
Yeah,
if he, okay. So like an NFL team could pick him up and be like, yeah, but we're not going to use you as that. We want you to be
yeah.
a
So I don't remember exactly how it works in the draft portion, but remember, this is what happened with Travis. Travis went
yeah.
in the draft as a quarterback, got drafted as a tight end. Tebow, same thing. Um, Taylor, though, I will say is faster than a tight end, clearly.
So quick.
And I mean, great for him. Also, Mike Washington, the running back from Arkansas. He was the fastest running back at the combine. I'm sorry, sir. Did you score one time in Fayetteville? Like
I know.
one.
I think they were like, you know what? Our tape doesn't look great. Doesn't look great. So I need in real time for you to be like, oh, the offseason really helped him.
Listen, I'm real disgusted.
Here's the thing, in this day and age, these players are in front of the media from start to finish in college. You're constantly at the podium answering questions. You should be PR trained at this point.
Yeah.
We had, was it Makai Lemon? Is that his name?
Oh, that like wouldn't even look at the people?
I'm gonna tell you, he freaked me out. He
Oh,
was a weird dude. He was a
okay. Yeah.
weird dude. I didn't like that. But also, my arch nemesis, this one-sided beef with Diego Pavia. What are we
Ups and dimes, though. I mean,
Well, yeah, because he's standing still and nobody's coming at him.
what I was going to say, what I don't understand, I I get the point of the combine. I do think the validity of it has faded over the years, especially since a lot of people opt out of it now. But you're right. Like as a quarterback, if I'm a coach or a scout sitting there watching a quarterback, I'm not watching you in real game. I mean,
Yeah.
no, I'll be honest with you. I can throw probably 45 yards. Like I have a really good
Yeah.
arm.
That's
But
what
now
I-
you're running at me? Oh, no, no.
No, I'm tossing and running back.
I'm
Like,
gone. Gone.
here's the thing with the NFL Combine, they've got to change it up because those drills mean nothing to us anymore.
No.
Okay, they don't mean anything to me. They don't mean anything to the coach that's there. He doesn't care what you can do in one day. So we got to switch it up. Now, I do think the benefit of the combine is for these coaches to interview these players and see, like, IQ wise, what are we working with here? I do think that that's beneficial, but you've got like people like Diego Pavia who continue to prove we're a problem. So I venture to guess, I'm thinking the Jets are probably going to pick him up because they make real bad choices.
Yeah, I could see that.
We got to stop. Some of these guys, like,
Yeah.
we have to start telling them, you know what, football's probably not for you.
I will say too, I saw all the criticism about Casey Concepcion or whatever.
Yes.
First of all, you need to do better as
Usually
human.
he put on an Instagram, like,
Yeah. Like,
poor guy.
first of all, even if he did not have a stutter, a lot of these people have never been in front of a microphone, a podium a day in their lives. Like, they're probably terrified. So, like, back off. But then also, I thought it was really obvious listening to him that, like, that was a distinct stutter. Maybe because I have a slight one, but I also was just like, these guys are here for their athletic abilities. Why do we care if they stumble over their words?
And they've made fun of Patrick's voice forever.
Yeah, I wish people would do better.
Yeah, well, people are stupid. So
Yeah, I mean, it is the
but-
famous quote of the show.
I don't love if we're going to the NFL Combine, do it. Fernando Mendoza not throwing.
Let's not go and like lounge on the field.
Right, like just don't even be there.
Yeah.
Several that did it last year, and like I like him. I think he's a good player. Is he ready to be a starter in the NFL? I don't think so.
No.
But like, if we're gonna have players that can opt out, then why do we even have these drills?
I don't think it's fair that you can opt out of the drills, but you can opt into the interviews.
Yeah.
To me, if you're not going to put out a show, I don't want to talk to you.
Well, but you're not going to throw at the NFL Combine, but you're going to throw at what pro day at
Or
your
day at your school. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, they always try to act like, oh, it's so my receivers look better.
No.
No, I don't buy it either.
So
All right,
But
any
yeah.
other football news for you?
I don't think so.
Okay. Would you like to answer some questions?
I would love to answer some questions.
All right. Well, first up, Becca got a shout out in this one.
I sure did.
This is from Claire. She said, I love reality shows, but I've grown bored with the current lineup. I
Yes.
remember Becca being a fan of Masked Singer. She said, I think, but you were correct.
Yes. Still watch it.
What would be a cool new reality show premise focused in pop culture? Great question.
This was a good question.
I really enjoyed this question because I don't watch a lot of reality TV. I watch the Great British Baking Show. So,
Okay. That's a good one.
Love that
I
show.
used to watch a lot more like when I was in college and stuff, but
Oh yeah, yeah. Back then I did for
it's
sure.
way too more into the drama and less about the reality, and I just don't enjoy
I
that.
do feel like I've missed the boat on Traders because everyone acts like it's like the greatest thing ever. So I feel like maybe I should go check that out, but I didn't.
No,
I don't
I'm
have
just not
time.
going to. Now, I did come up with a show, and I've even
Okay.
got bullet points for it. Like,
Okay.
I have
Okay.
some,
I'm ready. Let's hear it.
maybe we could pitch this. So it's called Canceled, and
Okay.
it's a PR survival show. Okay.
Oh.
So you've got influencers, you've got other reality stars, you've got D-list celebrities that are your contestants. They are going to compete to survive a ridiculous fictional PR scandal inspired by some kind of pop culture chaos.
Okay. This is fantastic.
Okay. Every episode, they're hit with some fake but believable headline, like accidentally liked a 2012 tweet,
Yeah.
defending Kanye West, or called the office mid,
Yeah.
misquoted a Taylor Swift lyric on live TV, like some kind of PR
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
So then their challenge every week is you have to come up with a 30-minute apology YouTube video. Okay. It
Okay.
has to include a deep sigh, the quote, I'm working through it,
Right. Yes, of course.
and a Notes app screenshot, all within your 30 minutes.
Okay. This is fantastic. This is sellable right here.
You also have to do a podcast redemption tour, and you
Oh.
have to explain yourselves on these fake high pressure pop culture podcasts hosted by savage comedians. Okay.
Okay. Dang. This is, first of all, a very long show, but okay.
Listen, I get it, but we got to
Yeah.
have layers to it.
Okay. Yeah.
You
Okay.
also have to have a rebrand that you can,
Oh,
because once
that's
you've
fine.
in a PR crisis, like we
Yeah.
gotta.
I mean,
So you have to come up with your rebrand, and you have to pivot your new persona. So you're going to become a wellness guru, or a
clear.
homemaker, living
Yeah.
off the land type person. Okay. So you
Okay.
gotta come up with that. And then how you're eliminated is the least believable apology is permanently demonetized and driven
Okay.
to a door that looks like a ring light.
Oh my
That's
gosh. That is, first of all,
listen.
very thought out, but also a stunning idea.
I think this could be a good show.
I think we probably should call somebody about this one. We need to go ahead and
Okay.
trademark this one. That
Let's
is really, really good.
okay.
Well, I did not come up with anything near as great. Uh, real
I was
lackluster.
last night once I realized I hadn't looked at the book. Like, let's just think this through.
Well, that is very impressive. So basically what I came up with is like a life swap thing. So
Ooh.
you would have, I don't know, let's just say you have six celebrities of any genre, music, athlete, actor, whatever, and then you got six normal people like us, right? And you're
Oh,
switching
I'm
lives, but you have to coach each other through it. So, like,
oh,
say I get to trade lives with Taylor Swift.
okay.
Taylor and I have to work together to, like, get me acclimated and get her acclimated and, like, basically to be successful. Now, how do you win the show?
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I went
Okay.
over some ideas like, you know,
This, do you remember the show like Wife Swap?
yeah,
So it's similar, but nobody wins.
it's not
Like it
really
just
about winning. It's about, I guess, like understanding the life. But
yes.
also, I feel like for the celebrity, like for Taylor, it gives her the chance to feel normal again. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a lot of security,
Right, right.
but like she gets that like freedom to like, oh, I'm not Taylor Swift anymore.
Like I want to see her go shopping at a grocery store. So like we
Yeah.
could build a grocery store that just no one else can go into.
Right. Or like close one down,
Yeah. Listen,
that
I'm
kind of
all in
thing.
this show.
But I think also one of the things that could be funny with this, or maybe not funny, even as impactful, is if we had some of these critics have the
Yes.
critic be the one, or the like the like the people that hate Taylor online, or the people that hate Patrick Mahomes or whatever, they be the ones that have to switch lives with them. So first of all, they have to get to know them intimately to live their life.
Yes.
And then also see like, oh, well, this is what that's like. Maybe I should shut up now. So I don't know.
No,
The
I
other
like
thing I thought was if we were going to go that route, we could call the show Bad Blood. and we could have celebrities that don't get along switch
Ooh.
lives.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
like, it's always been rumored that Selena Gomez and Blake Lively don't get along. What if they
Okay.
switched?
I'm here for it. I'm here
I
for
don't
it.
know.
Do you
Just
also remember back in the day on TLC Network, the Wedding Story and Baby Story show?
yeah, I think so.
I loved that. I was
Okay.
probably in high school maybe when that
Yeah.
was on, if I remember correctly. Would that not be fun to see? But it's celebrities. So like as you're planning your wedding,
Oh yeah.
all the documentary stuff.
Man, if we could get a documentary to the Travis and Taylor wedding, I don't know that we'd ever need anything again.
No, we'd ask for more, but that would
Well,
be enough to fill
we've
me
been
up.
spoiled, of course. Yeah.
Yeah, so good. That was a
Well,
great
y'all call us. All right. This one, I did see the name and was like, wait, is this your child? But no. This,
question.
yeah. Wait, I just lost the questions. Hold on. Okay, this is from Ryder. I do know that. Okay, here we go. Um, Thoughts on rookie contracts. Seems odd to be beholden, which helps to the vocabulary, to a new guy in the NFL for 4 years without knowing how they will acclimate to the league. First up, Ryder, I did not know, I don't know that I knew that rookie contracts had to be 4 years.
Yeah, because then they have the fifth year option.
Yeah. I think when you pointed that out, I was like, oh, yeah, that's a valid point. Because it then brought me back to all these rumors about Cam Scatabo. I was like, well, then can they even do that?
Yeah, I just Googled it.
Oh, I was like, what's happening? Are we working? What's
Yeah, so it is. It's a fixed length, 4 years.
So if you're a rookie, you can't get cut, or like,
See, that I don't know. I feel like
because
we
I
look,
feel like we've seen rookies get cut.
maybe you, ChatGPT doesn't think that that can happen.
Well, maybe I've just dreamed it in my head. I don't know. But without knowing the rules and the stipulations, Ryder, I would agree. I think it's a lot to ask of a team, and I think that's why they typically rookie contracts are well, I say pretty low, which is comical to even say in the economy, but they are lower than your next contract typically, because yeah, you're not gonna give just every rookie the whole bag. I mean, there are some that you do, but
Yeah.
um, it's a big risk for an NFL team to take a rookie. Big deal.
Kind of, I looked at it two different ways. And one, it forces you to have to develop a player. If I'm going in on a 4 year contract for you, and if you're one of the first, second round picks, like you're still making quite a bit of money that I've invested in you. So it's forcing these teams to have to develop players instead of, I can't just pick you up and plug you in. Like that's not always going to
Yeah.
work. But then on the flip side, I also think that it forces teams that make really bad choices to have to live with that choice and realize,
Natural consequences. I
yeah,
mean, it's just like my
okay,
penny.
I
So
get it.
yeah. I apologize that I don't really know the ins and outs of the rookie contracts, and maybe yeah, now I'm very much questioning.
Get cut, but you've still already guaranteed them that
Maybe
money.
you still have to pay them, and maybe that's the deal. I mean,
Yeah,
not a bad gig if you're a player,
yeah,
but yeah, I totally agree. And I honestly, this year's draft for me is a real risk-heavy draft, I
yeah,
believe. I was reading yesterday about Caleb Downs, the wide receiver from Ohio State. Hell of a player, would have been high on my list. Now they're saying potentially he has a degenerative ACL
yeah.
that they found in the physical. I mean, yeah, you just never know. I think you see kid like you mentioned Fernando Mendoza. Like, did he have a Cinderella season? Yes. Is he going to be successful in the NFL? I don't believe so.
Right.
Are the Raiders going to take him first pick? Probably. Is it going to work out? No.
No.
So it is. It's a huge risk, and I mean, sure, sometimes you get the reward, like a Mahomes contract, somebody like that. But I guess that's just part of the business. I mean, all right, I'm gonna let you ask the next two.
Next question is from Salisa.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And she asked, what celebrity would you like to see start a podcast? Which, good
I love
question.
this. Love
We've
this.
talked about several podcasts. Here's my thing. I do worry, and this is kind of like people that you start following on social media, like on TikTok, before they've really made it big. And then once they
Okay.
get a following, they kind of change who they are. And you're like, well, that's not why any of us followed you.
Yeah.
And I think the same as with people with podcasts, they kind of lean way too far into one little niche thing, and then you
Mhm.
become not relatable and not enjoyable anymore. But for the purposes of our podcast, I did
Yeah.
answer the question.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're familiar. I'm sure you are. Josie Liner. Do you know who she
Yeah,
is?
Matt Leinert's wife.
So she is Matt Liner's wife. Now, before she was Matt Liner's wife, I knew her from the show Make It or Break It that was on ABC Family way back in the
Oh,
day.
I didn't even know that. I thought she was a lawyer.
She is. She
Oh.
was an actress way back in the day.
Oh, I had no idea. She's
And she
beautiful.
was on a Make It or Break It, which was a gymnastics TV show, and it was so good, and I loved it so much. So that's how I knew
Okay.
her, because when they got married, I was like, man, she looks so familiar. And then
Yeah.
I put two together. But so she went to college, went and put herself through law school. She's a lawyer for a corporation, but like her specialty is in athlete contracts and NIL deals.
Oh, I want to work for her.
Right? She has really married her two worlds really well. But I think it would be so interesting for someone like her to have a podcast that she can dive into the sports world
Mm-hmm.
from a different perspective, but also from that NIL and a lawyer perspective as well. I think
Yeah.
she would be very interesting. So I would love to see her do a podcast.
Well, you are killing it with the answers today. I feel like I have really subparred my answers
I
today.
just need to figure out who we pitch this to.
Yeah, I'll chat GPT that. I'll chat.
Okay.
So I went with Jennifer Lawrence
Okay.
because
An interesting one.
she has an interesting vibe and personality to me, but I also
Mhm.
feel like she has a depth to her that a lot of times her quirkiness kind of overpowers.
Yes.
But like I saw her actors on actors, and I've seen her on a couple of other things where I'm like, oh, I think there's something there. Like I think I could have a really deep conversation with her. I
Hmm.
think she has a warmth to her. But I also think she's got that like don't F with me side.
Yeah.
And so I
Which,
really like that.
yeah.
Crazy story though. This question came in about 3 months ago, it looked like in the box. I just have to like scroll to try to find things. Um, when I first put this question down yesterday, I had a different answer. And then, I don't know if I'm psychic, I'm just saying possibly. Apparently, a show got launched yesterday that was my idea. So, I don't know if you saw this. Did you see Selena Gomez's social media yesterday?
No.
So, Benny Blanco
Hmm.
and oh, I can't think of his name. He's the comedian, brown hair, curly guy, he's friends with the Kelsey brothers. He was on their show.
Oh, yeah. Does he?
Him and then another girl have started a podcast. And it's
Okay.
called something like My Secret Friends or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And Selena was the first guest.
Oh,
And she gave a few comments about Taylor. She confirmed on the show that Dorothea is about her.
okay.
And it's actually about how she related to the public world at those ages when that song was written. She confirmed that. She also confirmed that Taylor gave her a painting for her birthday that she painted herself on cloth of a lake with their star signs. I'm like, man, this girl couldn't be any more talented. But anyway, those are the only quotes I've seen so far. I've not seen the interview, but Benny Blanco was actually my answer.
Okay.
Because remember, I really enjoyed him on the Jay Shetty show,
Yeah,
and he's like connected to everybody in the world.
it truly is. But
And
could
so I was
enough
like,
episodes not high? You know what I mean?
oh, no, no, no. It would probably have to be called I'm High. I mean, something like that. But that
Yeah.
was actually my answer. And then I saw it all come out yesterday, and I was like, well, look at me go. So then I went with Jennifer Lawrence.
See, we do have really good ideas that could get money to some corporation.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Call us. Okay.
All right, next up.
Next question is from Hanai.
Okay.
And they asked, if you had to build an alliance or an inner circle in Hollywood, who would it be and why?
It's a good question because, man, the importance of the inner circle in Hollywood.
Right? So I went with Tree Payne.
Okay.
Listen,
She's watching your back from the get-go. I got it.
that's right.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows everything about everybody and knows how
Yeah.
to do a good NDA side.
Okay.
Kelly Clarkson, because I feel like even though she didn't grow up in the industry, she's got some hooks about her. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
she knows enough, but she's also pretty wise and like how to manage things, but stick up for yourself.
okay, yeah.
Um, and then who was the other one? Oh, and I don't know why this name came to mind, but it really did. But Viola Davis,
Well,
I
this
would
is
love her in
one
my
of the
court.
weirdest names I've ever heard of.
It really is. But she just seems like she's very smart and extremely respected in her circles. And I just don't think anybody's going to cross her.
No, That's an itch.
Listen, I don't know why I need a Hollywood inner circle, but if I had one, I want those girls to have my back.
Listen, I feel like I have the pettiest answers on the planet this week. Um, I didn't give enough thought to these. I promise to do better. That's all I'm gonna say. So I went with loyalty is like my theme. Because
Me.
I thought like I was thinking about Taylor and like the bitch squad as they call her friends, as she has called them as well too. And how it's kind of evolved over the years. And there's certain people that have remained, and so to me that key ingredient is loyalty.
Yeah.
And so, and then we've also seen the opposite happen. And so that's what I was thinking. So I was thinking of people in Hollywood that, first of all, I think would be fun to hang out with, or that I think are funny, um, but also that, like, I think would show up if I needed them,
Mhm.
and then also, like, wouldn't say anything about me.
Okay.
So I went with Emma Stone.
I like it. I like it.
Again, Jennifer Lawrence. Apparently, I'm on a kick.
Okay.
And then I don't know if this was obvious or not. I feel a little bit weird saying it now, but I said Taylor. Um,
Listen, but it's just, I feel like she's so busy.
I mean, I don't know that she's going to have a lot of time for me, but we could probably text because it looks like she texts a lot.
That's fair.
Um, and then um, maybe she shouldn't as much. But then I did think we needed a little like older veteran wisdom in the group.
Okay.
So I went Kate Hudson
Oh, that's a great one.
because I feel like she would be like a good big sister kind of thing.
But also a really fun hang as well.
Oh, yeah, I think we would have a blast. I think
Yeah.
she would make me laugh a lot.
Yeah.
And I also think like she gets it. Like think of their family. Like you don't really hear a whole lot.
Yeah. No, I like that.
So yeah.
And then our groups can hang out together.
With Viola. I mean, 'cause
I'm telling you,
as you do. Yeah, and Tree will be there to protect everyone. So we're
I
good.
like it. I like it.
All right. Well, are you ready for some Y factor?
I am ready for some
I
wine.
gotta get my notes up. I keep them separately. So
I know. I
okay.
just gotta figure
All
out.
right, I'm ready for you. All right, what are you not liking this week?
So what I'm not liking this week, as you all know, Mandy and I are in our 40s. We're not young chickens anymore.
Yep.
But all of my ads on social media and everything that I'm being fed is just telling me of all these different supplements that I need now.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just can't live this life. I can't. There's a new one, NMN. I don't, it's supposed to
Yeah,
help
I've
age
seen that one
backwards.
too.
Like I feel like I need it, but also, do I? I don't
Well, and have you seen the one? Do you get the ones that are targeting the boys?
know.
Like to help them like there's the true growth one to get taller, there's the thread for athletic performance or like targeted as at kids. I'm getting a lot of those right now. Yeah.
Just and everything is like, is your skin dry? Well, yeah, I live in Texas, close to the sun. Are you tired? Well, yeah, but is that because I'm old and perimenopausal, or is that because like I have a job that's stressful? I have two children, like I have a lot. You know what I mean? All
Yeah.
of these symptoms could be because I'm old or because that's just normal life.
Life. Yeah.
And it's too much. It's too much.
I will say last week I was sick. You can hear I'm still a little sick. So I went and got a vitamin bag, an
Oh,
IV.
Ivy. Okay.
Um, Fridays I'm been getting some shots. Anyways, the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I was there. I was like, hey, can we pop me in an IV? Just fill it up with vitamins and throw a steroid in it. Let's knock this out. I gotta tell you, within like 3 hours, I felt like $1 million. Aaron and I were both sick at the same time. This man was down for the count.
Okay.
He ended up getting the vitamin bag late in the weekend, but he couldn't get the steroid because of his diabetes. So it didn't really help him as much. But I
Uh-huh.
gotta tell you, I inquired. I was like, how frequently can I get these minus the steroid? They were like, once a week. I'm like, I'm in.
Interesting.
It gave me such a boost. Now, it didn't last through, well, but I don't know what lasted through the weekend. Did the steroid last through the weekend or did the vitamins? So I'm
I'll
gonna have to see the difference.
you do it to see.
Yeah, I'll probably do it Friday. So we'll see. Um, But yeah, I keep getting all the targeted ads about the kids, and I keep, not the true growth, because Judd's already going to be like 8 feet tall, and I don't need him getting any bigger. He's
Yeah.
already to my shoulder. Like, it's too
Yeah.
much. And I'm tall. I'm 5'10".
Yeah, that's crazy.
So I don't need that. But, they do play so many sports. I'm like, are they hydrated enough? I don't know.
I mean, like I give my kids a multivitamin, but
We don't even do that. I mean,
then they get their
listen,
multivitamin, their elderberry thing, and their melatonin every school night. And I feel like
we do that melatonin. Don't you worry.
I'm just listen with kids with ADD,
You
melatonin
have,
changer
yeah,
game.
you got to slow the brain down at some point.
Yep. So,
Well, I watched 2 movies this weekend to catch up with the times.
and I cannot wait to hear your.
So only one of them is my why factor of not liking, but I am going to talk
Okay,
about the other one as well. So this weekend I watched Marty Supreme
which we
and
have talked about
Sinners.
several times on here.
Yes, and I also watched Sinners.
Okay, that's one with
I don't even know
Hayes,
if I got to tell you
right?
that I did that because we weren't originally going to, and then we did end up watching it.
Okay.
So what I am not liking this week is Marty Supreme.
Yes, do tell.
Now, I realize apparently this is spicy. However, what I am confused about is why. Okay, so first of all, Timothy Chalamet. Props to you on making a career. Like you've done it, you've made it.
Yeah.
You've got work apparently for the next like 20 years already as it is, because apparently you got this role 6 years ago, which I don't know that I knew who Timothy Chalamet was 6 years ago.
No.
So props to you, sir,
Yeah.
on that. So I give you all the credit for that. We've talked about it before. I have issues with he looks like a young child. He's a grown man. It's very troublesome in this movie
Okay.
because there's a lot of like adult topics. There's a lot of adult things that happen, and he looks like an
Like
infant.
a child. Got it.
So I'm totally creeped out, feeling like I'm violating something, that I'm going to be in the Epstein trial. Something weird's going to happen.
Yeah.
So the movie is centered around ping pong, which
It's wild in and of
it's
itself.
it's really like not even a part of the movie. I mean, it is. It's so weird. It's so hard to explain. Like it is the crux of the movie,
Uh-huh.
but really it's what gets him around the world.
Okay.
And there's all these events that are happening in the world and all these different people he encounters. So it's like really kind of the vehicle to move him, but yet we're still talking about ping pong. And he's very intense about it. Like
Okay.
very intense. Also, like the main guy that like books him places is the dude from Shark Tank, Kevin O'Leary. That's a
No.
weird vibe and makes it feel like a spoof. Like
Yeah.
it really gives it a cheapened effect to me. Like he really
Yeah.
throws the movie for me. So the movie is actually very heavy. It's really about like all these world events and these interpersonal things and all that. But again, I go back to that it looks like a 10-year-old acting it out. I cannot do it. And also, newsflash, it's very boring.
Listen.
Aaron
Which
makes it through every movie. I never do. He was out in 5 minutes.
yikes.
Yeah, not a good vibe.
No.
It's not a good hang. I don't get
The
it.
marketing around it was great because he won
What I was gonna
awards.
say, I
It
gotta
was
say the PR though, because like, first of all, now that I think back to those celebrities wearing the Marty jacket,
yeah.
you
And
couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me. So anyway, that's what I'm not liking. Now, I will say I did watch Sinners this weekend with Aaron as well. Now, it is not in my Y factor of not liking it,
okay.
but I did not like it.
Okay.
I mean, it was fine. So this is Aaron's very appalled that I'm not like obsessed with this movie the way he is. I think there's a lot of cultural things to it. First of all, a lot of cultural things that I missed that he explained to me, and I was like, oh, well, I can see why it's meaningful to you and not
Right.
to me.
But not me. Got it.
That's a huge prevalence throughout the movie. So I think if you pick up those vibes, you probably are obsessed with it the way Aaron is. I
That
did
makes sense.
not. I don't like vampires.
No.
And
That's
the
not right.
whole movie, I was kind of confused as to when the vampires were going to come along because you go through the whole first half of the movie, there are no vampires. And so I'm liking it at first. And then all of a sudden, all we're doing is vampires.
Okay. Hard
I
left.
will say the chemistry between Haley Steinfeld and Michael B. Jordan was palpable. I was like,
Mm. They
They
really
had
seem to
to.
hit it off on their PR tour too.
They had to have done it. That's all I'm telling you right now. Um, I do think that he probably will win an Oscar. He plays two roles. He plays twin brothers.
Oh, okay.
And so he's like, I mean, it's impressive. They're very different characters. It's impressive, but meh, one for
Okay.
me. Anyway, what are you liking this week?
So what I'm liking this week is, again, we talked about I get into documentaries when it's not football season. So
Yes.
this weekend I had watched enough Combine. I was like, we're really getting nothing from this. So I flipped on, I was like, I haven't seen anything on Amazon Prime lately. Let me just flip through and see if I can find something. There
Hmm.
is a documentary on there called The Cocaine Quarterback. It's so good.
Who's it about?
It's
Johnny Manziel?
it should have been. I think it's like 3 episodes. It's a real quick watch. It's Owen Hansen, who he was the backup quarterback for USC. So it wasn't even a name
Oh
anyone would
yeah, I
be.
got nothing on that. Yeah.
He might have played 2 snaps like his entire career,
Okay.
but he was a backup quarterback who became a drug trafficker for the cartel. And
Oh,
it just kind of like goes through his story of like how he even got into football because he never played football until he literally got onto the team at USC.
sorry,
And
what?
then, yeah, yeah. Didn't really know how to like throw a football, any of that, but like his other stats and everything were just impressive. So they put him on the team. But he was a volleyball player. Um, but anyway, it kind of goes through like he's just this boy from California that had no money, and you go to the school with, all your friends were hanging out with Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, like that's who you
Mhm.
hang out with on the weekends, and he didn't have the money for that. So it just kind of like shows how he evolved into getting into steroids and then that leading to this and then him getting involved in selling drugs and then eventually it's the cartel and like how he eventually gets found out and put in prison. It was so interesting. But the way that
Sound really good.
yeah, he's out now. I think he got out last year, or a couple of years ago, and then he got out of the halfway house last year. But the way that they have set it up kind of looks like they're gonna do another couple of episodes on like his life after now.
Yeah.
It was really interesting and good. It's worth the watch.
Check that one out. That one sounds good.
Yeah. So,
Well, I've got two for you.
okay.
Since I've moved back to Wilmington, I've gotten into my Martha Stewart era.
Which I love. I love this.
So I've gotten into cooking more.
Yes.
So I don't know who. Oh no, I do know who shared it. I'm sorry. Aaron's best friend Jalen had sent me this recipe for scallops. Aaron loves scallops,
Okay.
and so I clicked on the recipe. Check out this chef person, whatever.
Hmm.
Her handle on Instagram is Kelly's Clean Kitchen. Her name's Kelly
Okay.
Scott. Um, she's from Orange County, of course. But anyway, she had this puree recipe sauce for scallops. I didn't, I oversalted.
It
So
happens.
here's the thing. I don't like to cook with salt because I don't like salt. So if it calls for salt, I struggle. So
Mhm.
it wasn't fantastic. But apparently I did good cooking the scallops themselves, just the sauce was a little salty. So much so that Aaron poured some Sunkist in it. But anyway.
Listen, that's none of our business.
Yeah, he's weird. Anyway, she has a lot of really great recipes. She is gluten free, but it's not one of those like, oh, well, these are gluten. Like she even tells
Yeah.
you like how to do it not gluten free, so it's not like that at
Okay.
all. They seem pretty easy, honestly. So that was my first one. My second one is, I was a huge Yellowstone fan,
Yes.
and this week the spinoff with Casey Dutton, Luke Grimes, came
Right.
out. Marshall. Um, so good. Oh
Is
my
it?
gosh. It is. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I can't even begin to tell you. So, Casey Dutton is the youngest of the Dutton children. He was in the military. He left Montana originally. He was in the military. He was like a black ops, like all
Okay.
up in the weeds in the war. Came back. He married a girl from the reservation. They had a little boy. Life goes on. It's already all over the news. So this is not a spoiler. They kill off his wife in the first episode. I'm glad they did because she's terrible. She was
Cool.
terrible in Yellowstone. She was so whiny. But anyway, first of all, he's attractive. But second of all, he gets like hooked back up with some guys from one of his battalions or whatever that are marshals.
Okay.
And he's still struggling with the whole like his dad's gone. He's got his own ranch. He's raising this teenage boy by himself now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, dealing with a reservation. He's still a Dutton. It's oh my gosh, it's so good. So good.
Okay.
It's got Tom Hardy in it. Didn't know. It's so
Oh,
good though.
interesting.
I'm super pumped, but I'm as a Yellowstone fan, I cannot wait for the one with Rip to come out.
There you go. What's that?
Woo, woo. But anyway, that's what I'm liking this week.
All right, I like it.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.